Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This video I'm going to be giving a trade summary, or should I say, okay, I'm going to say trade outlook for gold on next week, right? So in general, this is the analysis, right? This is the full analysis. I'm expecting sales on gold for next week. Now let me clear my chart so I can give how I brought out this analysis. Welcome back guys. So I started from this particular part of the chart here, right? This part. So what I noticed was price was going high, low, higher, low, higher. And instead of bringing out higher low, then continue pushing up, right? It made a lower low, indicating a market structure shift, right? A shift in the market structure. So this point here is my shift in market structure, right? So after that, I noticed that price was making some minor pullbacks, right? So making some pullback, right? So now I noticed that price did not break this high. If it had broken it, then it would have indicated that price is going to keep on going up, right? But price did not break it, right? So this was a protected high, right? Price did not break it, and then price broke the structure downwards, signifying a sell continuation, right? So after price shifts in market structure right here, it then failed to go higher, indicating that there's no more buying activity. After that, then price broke this structure, indicating a sell activity. So now after that, I was looking at this particular part of my chart right here, right? So what I first noticed, so there was no higher high. There was no higher high there. So now I focused on this particular part of my chart since I was looking for sales, right? What I noticed was price was making equal lows here. I'll soon see why I was looking at that. So now there's one thing about the market, right? And I've said this before in one of my videos. I said that price has to take out liquidity, right, before it can make its move. That's the first one. And price is always targeting liquidity, right? So now since we are our buyers the sales, right? So now this is a target for the market. This area is a target for the market, right? Because there are buy orders resting at this zone. There are people who bought from this zone because these are equal lows. And if price also comes back down, this serves as a support zone for retail traders, right? So people are going to be buying from it. So market is going to stop them out, right? And either start going up or continue downwards, right? So now I found my target for my sales. Now I want to find my entries. Now remember what I said, market has to take out liquidity before it can make its move. So I was looking for liquidity that market has to take out before it can sell back to this our target zone, Right, let me make this. Right, so now I was looking at this area, right, because this is where I should be looking at my zone. Now I noticed this liquidity area right here. I'll explain why that is a liquidity area soon. Right, so equal highs and equal lows are known as static liquidity, right? So this area right here is called equal highs, while this one below is equal lows. Now if you ask why this is equal highs, these are wicks that align perfectly, right? Wicks that align perfectly, right? They are called equal highs that or equal lows. Now if you go to the if you go to a lower time frame, right, you see that this made equal highs. And then we go to 5 minutes and show you guys. Now on the 5 minute time frame, you can see this area right here is equal high, right? So now why this is a liquidity area is because since price tested it, right? Once price reach back up to that area, there were people who were selling this market downwards and they placed their stop loss just above this area, right? So that's the liquidity area for the market. Right now you look for our POI just above the liquidity area. So now I found two. One was this FVG, fair value gap. uh one was this fair value gap right here. One was this fair value gap right here, right? And the other one was this other block. There's another block above it here, but I don't want to mark out the other block, so I don't want to stain my charts. I don't want to like have too many objects on my chart, right? So now this is what I am expecting from the market. This is, I mark this as X, and this guy my target. So this is what I'm expecting from the market, right? So this is what is expected of the market to do for me right now. This was an easy way on how I caught it. This, the explanation is very very simple on how I made the analysis and all of that. And if you ask which strategy this is smart money concepts, right? I caught a buy trade from this area here, on this other block right here, from this other block here. I caught a buy trade right to this area here. This is my TP. So that was my TPR. So that was a very good trade, right? So I'm expecting this also. And again, this, apart from this being equal lows, right? Because remember what I said, price has to take out liquidity, right? This is also trend line liquidity right here. If you ask me why, because if price later on touches this trend line, there are people who are going to be buying the market, right? So price is going to take out their stop losses that will be below it and then this area. So this is the analysis, right? And I think this is about 900 pips on gold, and that's very good. So you guys should not miss out on this trade. Peace out.